There's good. Then there's sticky, sweet, spicy, double your napkins, don't even share with your own best friend. General So Good. Introducing General Soul Sauce for a limited time at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Joined here now by Hudsonville head coach Holly Van Noord. And first off, want to congratulate you on making it to a state final, the first in program history in girls soccer. And we're excited to have you on here today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You're very, very welcome. I'm looking at, what you did here this season, an unbelievable season, 19-2-2. You've been knocking on the doorstep in the playoffs here the last number of years, but just weren't able to get there, but finally did here this past week on Wednesday with a 2-0 victory over Northville. Talk about the journey. Talk about getting to a state final.
Yeah, I think that's why this season has been so special, is because we've been to the regional finals a couple times in the past few years and just couldn't finish in the back of the net. So it's awesome to finally see just the buildup and all that hard work pay off.
No question about that. And obviously you're playing against a team who, arguably been there in the top 10 all year round in Stony Creek. They punched their ticket on Wednesday, beating Saline 2-0. Talk about that matchup and what this matchup means to you going into that game tomorrow.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, Stony Creek is a phenomenal program. Like you said, they've been there before. And I think for us, we're just excited to play, one, a team that we haven't seen before, but two, just the challenge. We know they're a good program. We know that they're going to push us, and we know that it's going to be a long battle back and forth. And so we're just excited to see what we're capable of. And honestly, we're up for the challenge. We're excited to face them.
So for this season, 19-2-2, you had 70 goals scored, 10 against. And a theme we've had when talking with coaches during these state finals is, while it's impressive the amount of goals teams have scored, it's ultra impressive the amount of goals they haven't let in. And you guys had 15 shutouts along the way, but only 10 goals in those 24 matchups that you guys had, the 23 matchups you had this season. So talk about defense.
Yeah, our defense, honestly, it starts with our forwards, drops down to the midfield defense, and then our goalkeepers are the last line of defense. So I would say the shutout has been definitely a team effort. And that's why we've been so solid this year, is because we have girls that are just brick walls. They are phenomenal, not only 1v1 defending, but as a team collectively. And so, yeah, they've showed up game after game and just take pride in keeping the opponent off the scoreboard.
So a lot goes into a state final, the preparation, the extracurriculars. There's just so many things that happen when you get to this point in the season, right? You're only a handful of teams that are still playing and training. So what's that experience been like for you and this team, now that hey, you're in a state final and you're preparing, playing here tomorrow afternoon?
I think a big part of it, honestly, is that our girls are so grateful. We're grateful for the opportunity. And we talk so much about how we get to play soccer. We get to play in the state final. We don't have to play soccer, but I think that's kind of our mindset, is that this is such an awesome opportunity and platform. And we're just really excited to have this chance to play one of the best teams in the state and in front of a community. I think that's what makes it so special as well, is that our fan support, our community support is just phenomenal. And so the girls just really embrace every moment. And I think they play with that pride within them.
No, it's really, really cool. I remember as a former player in high school as well, I went to a state final, and I know that experience and what it's like and the memories that are created. And a lot of the memories that these players will remember will be things that didn't happen on the field and what happened leading up to the game and after the game, the celebrations. Talk about this team and talk about how, what it's like to be a member of this team and these players and those memories that I was just talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you nailed it on the head, because we talk so much. Well, honestly, one of our themes this year is we above me. and it's all about the team. It's all about servant leadership. And so honestly, like there are some lonely moments within the season because you are consistently sacrificing your own pride and what you might think is maybe good for yourself. But if it's going to better the team, like we are going to always choose the team before ourselves. And so I think that's the cool part is that these girls are so bought in because they have 24 sisters that are willing to do this together. And we talk a lot about, yes, we have the end goal of winning the state championship. Like we want it more than anyone. I truly believe that. But it's very special because you remember who you're doing it with, who you're going to the state finals with, and every event in between and all the team activities and team bonding moments. And I think that's why we're here. First of all, is just that chemistry. And then second of all, because our whole theme is you put your team before yourself, and they're willing to do that. They're willing to sacrifice. So it's been really cool to see that.
You know, I, as a former coach myself, I can tell you that one of the things that I really had a hard time with was in really big games, taking that deep breath and really kind of enjoying the moment. Have you had that kind of conversation with yourself yet? Kind of figuring out like, hey, am I going to be able to really enjoy it? You know, or is it one of those things where you're not going to realize it till after it happens?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that you have to recognize. I've been very fortunate because I went to Unity Christian. And so when I was in high school, I went all 4 years to the state finals and we won 3. And it was so sweet. But again, like we talked about before, I loved my team. Those are the memories that I cherish, that I wish. And I think it's cool just flash forwarding to now coaching. And I talk all the time to these girls about like enjoy the moment because yeah, who you're going there with is way more special than if you're going to go there alone. Even if you would win. So yeah, we try to, I mean, me personally as a coach, I think I'm going to have to consistently remind myself of that because the emotions, the excitement and everything, like you can look past it. There's no doubt about that. But we are very grateful that we get a couple more days together. And that honestly, the best part is we extended the season as long as possible. So that's the sweet part.
No, that's really, really cool. So I got 2 last questions for you. We in the network here, it's something that we talk about a lot. We talk about food. It's really important to us. We think food brings people together. I mean, in most cases, right, your team is having a team breakfast or a team dinner, eating together, right? So we talk about that a lot. And so if today was the last day on earth for you, what would be your go-to meal?
This might be weird, but venison steak.
Oh,
I love a good I love a good steak dinner.
okay.
And yeah, I just love venison steak. Maybe some potatoes on the side. And dessert would have to be probably cheesecake.
Okay.
But I might not be moving too fast the next day. So
Well, if based on the question I asked, I don't think it would matter. But no, that's really cool. And so you already hit the sweet spot, but we always ask about candy because we eat candy like a ton on our broadcast. So is there a go-to candy?
oof, that's tough. Honestly, I don't really have a go-to. I like chocolate. So anytime it's a sweet chocolate thing over the sour, I will go with the chocolate.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, very, very cool. Holly, we want to wish you much success tomorrow in your first ever state championship matchup here tomorrow against Stony Creek. 4:00 is the kickoff. And we wish you all the best here in that matchup tomorrow.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Very welcome.